Good morning, class. Sit down. So, today is your exam hub. It was already completed, and I hope you might have done very good. And if I am going to talk, let's some conversation in some different way. As always, I say, I teach you. Okay, that lesson is being going to taught. The exam is being over. Okay, and you are now feeling very relaxed. Yes or no? Yes. So let us start today's lesson. So before going to start the lesson, I am going to write some examples on the blackboard. Okay. The teacher is teaching us. As per the example, the teacher is teaching us. So see this. Where is the subject? This is our subject. Already you have read about subject verb agreement. You have read about tenses 1, 2, 3, simple tense, continuous tense, and perfect tense. So you must be knowing all the rules of tenses also, subject verb agreement also. And here we have the teacher is teaching us. So if I am going to categorize the sentence, so in this way I am going to categorize into three parts to this sentence. Generally we are categorizing it into two parts, subject and predicate. Okay, but here this subject is what? Our doer of action. Then its teaching is what? Action or verb. And the third, last one is our object or receiver of the action. Okay, so in general way, when we are saying or telling any sentence, we are taking a sentence and speak in formal way. Just the teacher is teaching. This is a very formal sentence. The man is taking the phone. Okay, the man was going outside. Then I do my homework on time. These all are just like a formal way we are giving our statements. But when we are becoming informal way, we are changing the sentence in such a way how when your receiver of action will play the very important role which replace the subject. This our doer of action. This is our doer. Doer means what? Who is doing the action. In this sentence, who is doing the action? The teacher is doing the action. Okay, the teacher is teaching. What is his or her action? Is teaching. And us is who? Our object or receiver of the action on which the action is being done. Okay, the next one is action. It is also one of the important part in any sentence. Without any verb, okay, no sentence can be completed. The third one, us. This us is our object. So object is there in the sentence. Now how I am going to change my sentence into another way and the same meaning will be getting like us. It is in our object case. So we are being taught by the teacher. We, which was earlier, what was it? It was in the place of object. But now it is in the subject case and change into has become the word we. And our next verb are being taught. You will be asking, ma'am, it was written as teaching, but you have changed certainly it is are being taught. It is according to the rule of tenses. You might have learned already the tenses before your exam, and it was in your syllabus also, so you might have clear about the tenses. Yes or no? Yes. So you know that this each ing form of verb is used. So we are using here verb according to the rule of tenses. We use in passive voice, that is are being. Okay, later I will explain it. And taught. Our verb may not be also changed. Teaching becomes taught. Okay, so look at here the main changes is being taken place. Action. Next is our us. This is our object, receiver of the action. That is written with by the teacher. Means in the first line, the teacher is teaching. Directly we can say the teacher is teaching us. But when the next term, if I am changing the statement, it will say that we are being taught by the teacher. Okay? So let us see this video. Today's topic is passive voice. Let's see the video.
How do we make the passive voice from the active voice? Clean. Well, we know clean is a verb, an action word. Who does this action? Let's give the person a name. Shaina. Shaina is the subject. Something's still missing. What does she clean? Let's say Shaina cleans the sitting room every day. Here, sitting room is the object. What is the main focus in this sentence? The subject or the object? It's the subject, Shaina, that's the focus here. This is a sentence in the active voice. Is there any other way we can write this sentence? Yes, we can also say the sitting room is cleaned by Shaina every day. Now, look at this sentence closely. Here, the focus isn't Shaina, it is the sitting room. This is a sentence in the passive voice. How do we change a sentence from active to passive voice? There are a few steps, but it's very simple. First, the subject becomes the object, and the object becomes the subject. Next, the verb form changes. Here, the verb cleans becomes is cleaned. And finally, we add the preposition by. Sometimes writers choose to omit this step if they do not want to say who did the action. Look at this example. The principal signed the students' report cards. In the passive voice, it becomes the students' report cards were signed. In the passive voice, the writer has not included the subject, the principal. That was simple, wasn't it? But we cannot change the voice of certain sentences. Look at this example. Amit has been working all day. The subject is Amit. The sentence is in the active voice. Now, find the object in this sentence. Remember, how do we do that? We ask the questions what or who to the verb.
You may see this. All the sentences cannot be changed into passive voice. Okay? As only the transitive verbs which carry an object can be changed into passive voice. Here you may see Amit has been working all day. If you frame the question for this question, how Amit is working or till what time Amit is working in this sentence, but you can't ask what Amit is working because there is no object. So only the sentence which can ask what or whom question. There is only the object and the verb which is carrying object is called as transitive. Is it clear? Only transitive verbs can be changed into passive voice. Not all sentences. So here the passive, in this case, passive voice cannot be possible. In this sentence, the passive voice will not be asked. Okay, not changed.
Amit has been working what? Amit has been working who? We don't get an answer. This means that the sentence does not have an object. A sentence without an object cannot be changed into the passive voice. To recap, in the active voice, we focus on the doer of the sentence. In the passive voice, the focus is on the receiver of the action, not on the doer. And how do we change a sentence from active to passive voice? Make the subject the object and the object the subject in the changed sentence. Change the verb form. Add the preposition by. Remember, if a sentence doesn't have an object, you cannot change it from active to passive.
I hope you might have cleared about this. Okay, what are the focusing doer of action in the active sentence? And when it is a passive voice, the actor, the receiver of the action is being focused. Okay, and there, if there is no object, it cannot be changed into passive voice at all. So let us see here. I have already arranged the signer cleans the sitting room. Where is door of action is signer? Cleans is a verb and the sitting room is a receiver. But when I am changing it into passive voice, what I have done? I have changed the position of receiver of action here, and our door of action is in the and our main verb or action is in between there, which is changed according to the rule of the tenses. Before going to start the rule, how to this action words will be changed in the active voice to passive voice. Before that, I want to take the small voice. Change the given sentence to passive voice. Okay, but before that, change the given. The report card signed by the principal. Change the given. The principal signed the report card. The report card signed by the principal. The report cards were signed by the principal, and the report cards were signed by the principal. Which is the right one? This is our past simple, and when it is changed into passive voice. Was or were plus V3 means your main verb will be changed into V3 form, past participle form. Let us have a look here. We have to, okay, there are a set of rules. The same thing. You can see this. Our is are when is are means do or does with your subject. Subject door of action will be there. Then at the end you will have a object. This will be the formation of your active sentence. And the main verb, if it is do or does, it will be changed into what? Is plus done are plus done. Means each auxiliary verb will be used with the third form of verb at all. Are plus B3 means do or does will be changed into done and the auxiliary verb is or are will be used. Next one is if in your active voice is doing or are doing is given, then in the passive voice it will be changed into what? Is being or are being plus B3 form of the verb. Okay. If it is doing, that will become is being done. Are doing, are being done. Okay. The next one. If it is given in the past tense like that, sign. So here, did. If did is given, then was or were. Did become was and the V3, this main form will be changed into V3 form. Done. So that sentence was done. Or took is there, then where took or was to taken. Okay, V3 of the main form. Now next, was doing, were doing. If this type of formation in your active sentences, then in the passive sentence, you will have change were being or was being and V3 form of the verb doing or done. The next one is our has taken. This is your perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Has taken, have taken. That will be changed into have been taken or has been taken. See, has been taken or have been taken. Now, if it is in the past perfect tense, your subject role of action is there. Okay, then action word is there. Action word with your past perfect verb. If the verb had plus be 3, that will be changed into had been. Had been plus B3. Last one, or the modal auxiliary like will, shall, may, might, must, should, would, could. When these verbs are given in active sentences, it will be added with be, be, and then it will be changed into V3 form. Okay, let's see another video. Changing of voice according to the tenses.
How do we change verbs in the simple tenses from the active to the passive voice? Do you remember the steps to change the voice? Interchange the subject and the object. Change the verb form. Insert the preposition by just before the original subject. Let's talk more about how we change verbs in the simple tenses. Look at this sentence in the active voice. Sunil eats an apple every morning. What's the tense of the verb eats? Simple present tense. An apple is eaten by Sunil every.
You may see Sunil eats an apple every morning. That is given in simple present tense. As I told you, if it is in the simple present tense, your verb will be changed into is eaten or are eaten according to the subject. Here an apple is a singular, so singular verb is written is eaten. If the place of an apple it would be written apples, then apples are eaten. Understood? By Sunil every morning. So have you understood till this? Door of action will be changed its position and receiver of action will come in the place of door of action. Understood? Let's see another.
Every morning. In the passive voice, eats changes to is eaten. Remember that the tense remains the same in both active and passive voice. They are both in the present tense. In the same way, Melina trains these horses well. Changes to These horses are trained well by Milena, and Arohi writes a diary, changes to a diary is written by Arohi. How about this sentence? Dhara's team won the football match. The verb won.
The verb won. This is in the past simple. As I told you, past simple will be changed with was where plus V3 form of the verb. You may see Dhara's team won the football match.
The simple future tense.
Now simple future.
Read this sentence.
The same thing, simple future is also we can use as a will be, shall be. Understood? Will be, shall be, and also will and shall is used as a modern auxiliary, as you know. So in that case, all the will, shall, should, would, could will be used with be. Will be, shall be, maybe, might be, should be, could be, would be. This will be changes plus V3 form of the verb. So till this, what you have learned, that in the passive voice, doer of action goes at the end and the receiver of the action or the object comes in the first. Okay? It will become the subject then. Then your action word means whatever your verb is there, it will be changed according to the rule of tenses as represented by my chart. Another one, third one, by the doer of action is an optional. It may be used somewhere, it may not be used. If it is written, someone has killed Alina. Someone has killed Alina. That time, someone means we don't know the person, doer of action. So it is written someone. So in that case, we can say that Alina has been killed. Okay, by someone is not required because already someone is the person whom we don't know. Okay, so you may use that or not. That is not required. What is mainly required? Your receiver of action. Your action word changes according to the tenses. That is only required. So from this and my chart paper, all the actions are changed. Let's see the next.
How do we change verbs in the continuous tenses when changing sentences from the active to the passive voice? It's quite simple. Now, here's a sentence in the present continuous tense. The dog is chewing the bone. The bone is being chewed by the dog. Notice that is chewing in the active voice changes to
As I have explained already. Okay, is doing. When it is changed, okay, the dog is chewing means your present continuous tense. It is used ing form of verb, but you can observe the main verb only change into past participle or V3 form of. So here is being or are being as example, your receiver of action has come first, then is being chewed. V3 form of the verb and then by the dog.
is being chewed in the passive voice. Likewise, the sentence Meena is sewing the torn dress will change to the torn dress is.
You may see the same pattern has been used. Is reading, okay, or Ankit is reading an interesting storybook. These are the active words, and when it is changed, you can see is being. On the place of is being here. Is reading, that is changed into is being read by Ankit. So changes is become is being, are become are being, but your main verb will be changed into V3. Consistently V3 form of the verb, past participle form of the verb will be used when you change into passive voice. Okay.
The word helping him to build a house changes to
Now, see few more examples. according to the rule has. These are the sentence which is written in past continuous tense. Naveen was watering the plant. The plant were being watered. Here they were helping him to build a house. He was being helped by them to build a house. Again, you can see the same. Was, or were becoming, was being, were being. T3 form of the verb. So, in such a way, when was watering, where watering is given, here was watering, where being, was watering, where being. Why? Because plants is plural, so where is written. Okay, according to this object, it is written where being watered. Here they were helping him to build a house. He was being helped by them to build a house. He was where, because our first object. You can see they were helping. So here object complement is written to build a house. So in a sentence, sometimes the sentence is too long. Their object complement is also written. You find out the primary object. So in this sentence, this him is what? The primary object which is used here. Him in the subject case. He was being helped by them to build a house. Okay, so in this formation, your first primary object comes first, then your auxiliary verb was being or were being. According to that, here it is singular, so was being helped. Okay, it is used by them. Then just after that, you have to write doer of action, means by doer of action, and at the end you can add that last complement. That object complement can be written at the end. You can see it is placed here. So you can do in the long lines, means it is if a lengthier line you can also change it, but you have to identify the primary object in the sentence.
Sentences in the future continuous tense are rarely used.
Here future continuous tense are rarely used, so I have not written here. Future continuous tense already given in will be. So if you are changing it into will be, it is little bit awkward, so it is little bit used. Okay, rarely used. In some worst condition it can be used, otherwise it is not used. So move to the perfect tense.
How do we change verbs in the perfect tenses from the active to the passive? By us for the rabbit.
See this example. This is present perfect tense. Okay, this is present perfect tense where we have built a shelter for the rabbit. Present perfect tense, as I told you, we have built a shelter for the rabbit. A shelter has been, as example already I had told you, has taken become has been taken. Okay, have taken, have been taken. Like that, we have built a shelter for the rabbit. A shelter has been built by us for the rabbit. This is once again object complement. Next, our past.
Take a look at this sentence in the future perfect.
Okay, now see, Nimi had repaired the cycle yesterday. Had is here, it is your past perfect tense. And when you are changing it into passive voice, had been plus B3 in such a way. Had been plus B3. And again, your receiver of action comes. Nimi had repaired the cycle yesterday. The cycle had been repaired by Nimi yesterday. Okay, this is not written. Let's see some question. I hope you might be able to give the answer now. Let's play. Okay, as a game I'm giving you. Okay, how much time you are taking to complete it? Start. Change the given sentence into active form. Homemade burgers and fries were brought by Srinath for his lunch today. Which is the right option? A. Homemade burgers and fries. This is what order of action. First one I am helping you. Fries were brought. It is in which tense? Past continuous. Then where is the primary object? Brought by Srinath for his lunch today. Where is the primary object? Srinath. Okay. This is your passive word. You have to change it into active. Okay. Because by is written means it is a passive voice. So change it into active. What is the right one? First, second, third, which one? Where brought? In which case? Past simple. Past simple is what? You are so quiet. Huh? Are you understanding or not? Yes. Then answer it. Brought comment. Yes. B. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thanks. Already it is shown that. Submit. Thanks over. Cleaner. Okay. Next question. I will ask only 5 questions. Okay. There is no need to say. Change the given sentence into passive form. Now you have seen the rules. The cut papers are with you. Now change it. Which one is right one? Sunil eats an apple every morning. C. Okay, C. Check. Okay, right answer. Good answer. Next. Choose the correct sentence in passive form for the given sentence. Zoya and her friends are weaving a beautiful carpet. B. Yes, ma'am. Right? Very good. Okay, number 4. What is the correct answer? Option 2. Convert the given sentence in the passive form. B. Which one? C. A. A. Because plants is given, na? Plants is wrong. Plants there according to subject or example agreement. Number 5. This is the last question for today. Then your class will be over. What is the correct answer? Option 2. Convert. Nimi had repaired the cycle yesterday. Perfect. The cycle had been. Okay.